Hi, my name is Chitra Radin, and this is the story of my life. I left India when I was 13 years old, and I have lived in the United States for most of my life, primarily in New Jersey. Like all immigrant parents, my parents wanted me to be a doctor, and so I enrolled at Rutgers University, hoping to be a doctor. Unfortunately, I was not very good in the science students, and I could not handle the workload. I was interested in politics, and that's what I wanted to do. I was active in student government. I also was the president of the International Students Association. I wanted to make sure that the students coming from abroad were well assimilated into the college life and the American culture, and I did my best to make sure that the transition was smooth for these students. After I graduated from college, I realized that there weren't that many employers looking for graduates with a political science degree. I went on hundreds of interviews. I'd be knocking on every door, reading up on newspapers every single day, trying to be the first person to get the interview. And as soon as I got to the interview, they would ask, "Well, what can you do? What are your skills?" And I would tell them I can think. Unfortunately, they said, "No, no, no. We're not looking for anybody that can think. We need people that with hard skill sets." I could not get a job for several months. One day I remember going on an interview. It was on a Sunday, which was very odd. But I did go on that interview, and my prospective employer gave me a math test and a typing test. Well, guess what? I actually passed the math test, but flunked the typing test. The gentleman that I interviewed indicated said, "Yes, you can think, but you can't type, so don't say you can't type." That gentleman said he would hire me because he felt that I could think. Well, that man became my father-in-law for 4.5 years later. I met his son and worked alongside with his son at his company for 2 years, and then ultimately we ended up getting married. He is a Jewish American, and we have raised 2 kids, and we refer to our 2 kids as Hindus simply because the Hindu part reflects my heritage and the Jewish part reflects his heritage. We are very proud to say that there has not been any conflict with the two different religions. Going back to the career, after I left my father-in-law's place, I worked on Wall Street for a couple of years. I found the environment not only demanding, but it was also very, very sexist. And I decided that it was time to make that move again. I ended up going into the public sector, working for New Jersey Transit and working on large capital projects having to do with transportation. I ended up working on projects that related to constructing new tunnels, building new bridges, building bus garages, setting up rail lines, and I found it to be exciting. After doing that for 15 years, I realized I still wasn't happy. I wanted more. And I realized that my burning desire really was to have my own business. I wanted something of my own. I remember very clearly looking at the New York Times, the Sunday newspaper of the New York Times, in the back where there were business opportunities to see if I could purchase a business. But I could not find anything with my skill set. I also remember checking out businesses to buy, businesses such as ambulance services, daycare centers, hair salon, and nothing quite stuck with me. And I realized that I was looking all over the place, wildly searching for something that I was not exactly sure what it was. I ended up opening up a planning and design firm with a focus on transportation projects. And so in some way, even though I started my own business and it is my own baby, I am working on projects that were very similar to what I was working at New Jersey Transit. I've had that firm for 18 years now, and I'm proud to say this company, which started with an employee of one, me, now has 13 people. If there's something that I can share with you, I would like to share with you that there are some things that I learned from my own business. I love what I do, and if there's one advice I can give you up front is do what you love. Pursue what you really, really want to do. Don't let other people decide for you. Be receptive to change and take that risk and make it happen for you. I know I did it, and I will tell you right now, I have absolutely no regrets. Second, make sure you're committed and willing to work hard for what you love. You will find out the harder you work, the luckier you get. That is not an accident. So the people that are doing out there and are the high producers, keep in mind that they are doing their hard share and making the sacrifices that are required. The third thing is you always want to treat people right and with respect. You don't know the people where you will be crossing their paths. Many of the people I work with today are the same people that I had met 20 years ago. And I remember working well with them, and now I find that they're returning that favor to me. It's very, very important to treat people right. The other thing, what I would like to share with you is also learn to take criticism. Learn to accept other people's ideas because they might teach you something that you did not know. I can very honestly say it is a team effort. I learn from the people that work with me and for me. And I'm sure they learn from me as well. What I would like to say is that learn to take constructive criticism. Learn to share your ideas. Learn to adopt other people's ideas. And you will find that you'll go a lot further than if you were to do it at it alone. Having been in business, in my own business for the last 18 years, I can proudly say that I'm very happy about what I have created. It is my baby, but I'd like to think that the people on my staff, on my team, also think that it is their baby. It is collectively that we have made it a success that it is. As I look forward, I know I have many, many more mountains to climb. And I do know that I'm not exactly at the end of the road where I want to be. But I will tell you that I'm going in the direction of my choice. And if there's something I can say for you is do what you want to do. Make yourself happy. I am a proud Indian. I'm also a proud American. I live in this society and I respect my culture. I'm very proud of my culture, but I'm also happy to make that contribution to the society. So, thank you.